What's going on, guys? Chris Moreno back with another video. So in today's video, I'm just going to go over a couple of things that help me in my sumo deadlift. You could also apply this to if you're a conventional deadlift puller, or if you don't happen to do conventional deadlifts or sumo deadlifts, you could even use these in your Romanian deadlifts, just because this is just going to allow you to be in the most stable position possible throughout the entire range of motion when you're hinging your hips, right? So just to show you guys real quick what it is that I typically do for my sumo deadlifts in my warm-up session or my warm-up sets is pretty much this little drill. I'm just gonna make sure that my foot angle is properly aligned, right? And of course, I'm making sure that the distance between my feet is right to where whenever I drive out with my knees, my hips not only feel as open as possible, but it allows me to create the most tension as possible, because at the end of the day, when it comes to being able to lift the most weight possible, you need to be able to not just create tension, but you need to be able to maintain that tension. So this, on top of my warm-up sets, is what's going to allow me to do that. So again, I line up to the bar. Pretty much I first initiate to where if there's actual weight on here, my shoulders are going to be in line with the bar, right? And then from here, I take a step outward, and then I'm going to bring my heels in and turn my feet out. And if there were actual 45-pound plates on here, I would want to make sure that I'm feeling my leg hairs onto the bar, right? Then from here, with this drill in particular, once my legs are set and I checked by kind of like dipping my nuts down, I'm driving my knees out as I'm engaging my feet. Once I feel good, there's nothing tight, right? Then from here, I scapula depress, and lock in. It really helps to engage the triceps with it. And then from here, without reaching for the bar, you take yourself to the bar, you just wrap around. And then from here, straighten out while keeping that scapular depression. Drive the hips back down as you drive out with the knees. Once it touches you, this is the starting position before you would push it to the ground. From here, I bring the barbell forward, maintain tension, maintain tension, maintain tension. Come here, maintain that tension, drive, right? Hips, hips, knees. Again. One more. And again, if you notice, I'm not moving my head. I'm not doing any whirlwind head bangs. I'm not popping my head back and forth. I'm making sure that my chin is staying tucked, so that way you're making sure that you're having max glute output, because at the end of the day, the main hip extensor is going to be your glutes. But in a sumo deadlift, because there's a significant amount of hip abduction, the main extensor is going to be the adductor magnus. But at the same time, we still want to do our absolute best to engage the glutes by, of course, making sure that we're bracing our abs as much as possible, and then of course making sure that we're keeping our chin tucked. Not necessarily like this where you feel a strain in the neck, but in a neutral position. You can think like this L rule, right? So now, do warm-up sets. And before I do any of the warm-up sets at full speed, I always get at least one set where I'm doing a slow motion rep. Think like 10 count on the way up. Make sure you pause at the top while maintaining that tension, and then 10 count on the way down, right? So, again, max tension. Again, shoulders over the bar, right? Or armpits over the bar. My leg hairs are touching the bars, but my skin isn't. I dip my nuts down as I drop my knees out and check my hips. And then from here, scapula down, lock it in. I like to do 3 reps. Those are two for sure drills that really help me set up the best for my sumo deadlifts. But again, you could apply this concept to a conventional deadlift, making sure that you're keeping your abs braced, making sure that you're keeping your chin tucked, and of course you're maintaining that scapular depression throughout the entire time. And then, unless it's too confusing for you, you can also think about thoracic extension. Imagine like you got a horn right here and you're trying to point that horn up. But again, those are the things that help me out. But just like with anything, you just need to practice this over and over and over and over and over and over and over again until you master it. But if you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Peace.